Sorry guys, there was some issue with respect to some authorization, so I fixed it. Sorry for the trouble. Anyway, this is continuation part of our last video, and you can see we have talked about the server name so far. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect to the database. So these are the database which I have on my system. I'm going to select any database. So I have been selected this adventure work DW 2012. I'm testing the connection. I tested it. Now it's okay. Then click on OK. When I click on OK, I'll see here the connection scene. So if I'll observe it carefully, what will I see? I see here the server name is desktop, this one, and the name of the database is this one, right? So this is the data source one. I'm going to create this data source as a shared data source. Click on OK. When I click on the OK, I'll see here the data source 1 has been added to the shared data sources. Great. Next part is shared data set. So shared data set is something like we can create the different procedure, different queries. So one data set will have the one object, one kind of data. So let's try to understand it. This is a shared means this would be available for all the reports. So I'm going to create the data set. So this is my data set one. Now you will see data source. Now we have just a single data source here, so we are seeing here the name of our data source, that is data source 1. If we'll have the multiple data sources, we'll see all the names here, right? Now here we have the options. One more thing, if we didn't want this data source, we need to click on a new. So from here also we can create a new data source likewise, right? Shared data source. So as we already created the data source, we don't need to have it. There are two options. The two options from which we can pass the query to the data set. The first option is a text and another is store procedure. Store procedure is something we will be having the only name, and in the name we will be having lot of business rules, right? In short, if we don't want to pass the queries from the front end or the from reporting data set, we can create the procedure. But if our query is simple, like a simple select statement, then definitely we can go for text. Now in this one, my requirement, just I'm creating a sample query. Select one is ID and another is Shrikant is my name. I'm creating on the fly row, right? Shrikant. So this is a name. I'm going to create the data set which would be shared, and let's see what will happen. So you can click on OK. When you click on OK, you will see the shared data set has been added. So double click on it. When you double click on it, you will see this kind of thing. If you want to see the data, now what you need to do, you need to click on a query designer. When you click on a query designer, the query will be shown in the designer. There you can run the query and see the data. You can run the query, right? When you run the query, you will see here the structure of the columns and that how many columns will be written and what is our query, right? So one second. So this kind of output will be given when we'll access this data set. Great. Now let's move to the third section, which is very important, that is report. Now you can see here there is no report because we have created a blank reporting solution. So now what we are going to do, we are going to add new report here. So what you need to do, you need to click on add new report. When you click on add new report, it will ask you first thing, it will ask you the name of a data source. So we'll give the name of a data source is this one, right? Then next, if we haven't created any data source so far, then we can create the data source here also, but as we have already created, we don't need to go here. So just click on a next. When you click on a next, it will ask us design a query string. Here we have the query builder. So we'll write the same query here. Select one ID. I can use the predefined query from my database from my system, but I want to make it more dynamic, more easy, and more understandable. So I'm trying to make it as simple as so that anyone can create their first reporting project. Here it's a name. Click on a next. So here you will see the format. So how do you want to see your data? Do you want to see the data in a tabular format, or do you want to see the data in a matrix format? So I just want to see my data in a tabular format. So I can click here next. So you can select which column do you want to see in a grouping detail. So I want to see all columns should be in a detail section. So data will be shown like this. Now this is my report name. I can give the report name as the report 1, right? Do you want to preview the report? If yes, then click on this option, then finish. When you click on finish, this report will be created. Now our first report will be created. So in this one we have not designed anything, right? So this will use the default functionality of the system because it's a wizard. So in the wizard, system will ask all the thing and will pass all the thing, and it will generate the result as per our expectation. Let's wait to complete it. Once it will be completed, I will show you the output of the report, and then same thing will be creating with a fresh system in the sense there it won't ask anything to you. You need to do everything. You need to create a data set, you need to drag and drop, you need to design the report. It's taking time to opening the file. It's opening. So yeah, as per I can say that creating a report is not the biggest thing. To be honest, trust me, if you have the knowledge of SSRS, you definitely have knowledge of the one of the important reporting tool in the market. I have used lot of company information. Like I have seen the company like one of the best company in the in the India, which is a lending company. They are also using SSRS for reporting solution. I can't name it, but what I'm trying to say there are a lot of companies they those are using SSRS for their reporting purposes. So I can click on a finish. When I click on a finish, I'll see here the preview section because I checked on the preview button. I can see here this report one, name of the report, then ID and the name, right? Now let's go to the report. Here you can see different things. We haven't designed anything, but we have created with the wizard. So I am customizing it because I don't want the report name here. I just simply want the data in the middle. Even I don't like the name. It should be name of person. So anything you can do it here. If you want to increase the width, you can do like this. And if you want to change the properties, then click on F4, or you can simply right click on it and then go to the property section. You can get like this, or simply function F4. You will see all the properties. Now what I'm going to add some background color. So these are the properties. Here you can see you can choose the color. Now there is no color. I can give it to, right. So you can see preview here. Now when you'll see the preview, you will see the color of the background has been changed. Also I need the border. So I can select here the border style. I can default is solid. So color will be coming. So this is the first intro video of creating your first SSRS project. So I don't think it's very difficult. Now if you come here, you will see here data set one. Here share data sources, because we added as a shared one. Data source one, data source. You can drag and drop like this. Let's say now I deleted all the columns here. This one, delete, delete, and see the preview. I can see here there is no data, right? So what I need to do, I have this data set, double click on it, you'll see the output. Now once you'll have the data set, you just need to drag and drop this column. I make it fast, then again you can drop like this. And also if you want to add manually, you can add like this. Just go to this section, and if you go to the preview, you can see the data. Hope you guys understood regarding the SSRS, first SSRS project. In the next video, I'm going to create the first SSIS project. Hope you guys understand and enjoyed the first video regarding the SSRS project creation. If you like our video, please don't forget to share and subscribe our channel. And thanks for watching, and happy learning. Thank you so much.